Okay guys, I just built this bait. I hope you can see the action of it. It's pretty crazy. Looks like a snake going through the water. And I'm going to show you how I built it. Okay, this is the bait, and this is simple to build. You can build one in probably about 5 or 6 minutes. All you need is a piece of flashing. This is copper, little thin copper flashing, and you need a hook. And I'm using an Eagle Claw trot line 3/0 hook. And really, that's it. I put a snap ring on the front of mine, but the only other thing you would need is a little piece of copper to put in the center right here to hold the hook in place, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is cut a little piece of copper, and I'll cut this about 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's about 3 inches long. Nothing exact here. Okay, so that it looks like this. Then what I'm going to do is just kind of cut the corners off like that. Okay, we'll let that be the head, and then what I'm going to do is cut the tail. And just kind of cut a little piece like this, like that. And like that. Okay, so that you have a piece that looks something like this. The next thing to do is to drill a hole about right here. So I'll drill a hole right here, and then next I'm going to drill a hole right here, so that you have a piece that looks like that. Okay, the next thing you do is I have a little piece of copper wire here, and I'm going to cut about 1/4 of an inch off of it, and then I will take it to my sander and I'll flatten the ends out. So I'll cut a little piece about like that. So that we have a piece that looks like this, a little small. And then what I'm going to do is take it to my sander and flatten the ends of the copper so that they're flat. So it looks like that. Okay. Now that we have that done, what I'm going to do is get one of my hooks. And notice it has an opening. This is a trot line hook. So they have a very large opening right here, which is perfect to secure into that hole right there. See there? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is put this little piece of copper through the hook and then into the spoon, if you will, so that it looks like that. And I hope you're able to see this. Okay, so the whole point being, this is going to secure the hook. and then I'm going to peen this over on my anvil. So let's go do that. Okay. One little trick I've figured out is that whenever you go peening this, the hook's going to try to fly around. So I just took some tape, taped over it like that. Now then, what I'm going to do is peen this in here. Just take the hammer. Now that it's secure, see that? That's not going to come out. I'm going to peen it just a little bit more. Yeah, so that you're looking at this. And this is what it looks like from the back. This is the front. So you end up with a little bait that looks like this. And believe it or not, we're almost done. That didn't take but just a few minutes. What I'm going to do now is one of the last steps is to bend this little tail over the hook, and that keeps the hook from moving backwards and forth like this. So I'm just going to take my needle nose pliers, bend this up like this, like that, crimp it. So that it looks like that. Right? Now then, all we've got to do is we want to put a little bit of a shape like this to it. A little upward motion like that, and then bend this forward a little bit. So that you end up with something that looks like this. You're done. Basically, all you've got to do now is put your snap ring on the front here. Put your worm on, and you're ready to go. Here's another one that I built. And again, this only takes a few minutes to do, and these little they work great. So. That's not going to come out. Some of you may be thinking, well, that's copper. Won't that bend? Well, so what? So if it does bend, just take your fingers and bend it back like you want it. But this will pretty much stay straight while you're throwing it. And in fact, I went fishing yesterday with one. I probably threw it 50 times. One time I hit a tree with it, and it may have bent it just a little bit like that. All I did was just take my fingers and it's good to go. So anyway, that's how you make your own bait that has a swimming action that looks like a snake. So the bass really like these because there's a lot of action in that head. That head's going through the water real quick. Bass really like those. So nothing to it. Good luck fishing.